The bus lurched to a stop, the doors hissing open with a sigh. A grimy cat, his fur matted and his eyes reflecting the weariness of 1,000 lonely nights, squeezed through the gap, his tail twitching nervously. He darted between the rows of seats, his thin body slipping between the plush cushions, finding refuge in the shadowed space beneath the seat in front of the girl with the kind eyes. She sat reading a worn paperback, her head bent in concentration, her brow furrowed with the intensity of the story she was devouring. The cat, huddled in his hiding place, watched her intently. Her scent, a comforting blend of lavender and old books, filled him with a desperate hope. He had been abandoned, alone, his spirit broken. He craved warmth, kindness, a loving hand to stroke his matted fur. The bus rattled onwards, its journey mirroring his own. He was adrift, lost in a sea of indifference. Yet, there was something about this girl. Something in the way she turned the pages with gentle fingers, something in the kindness that shone in her eyes, that made him cling to the faintest glimmer of hope. The journey was long, punctuated by the murmur of conversation, the rhythmic thump of the engine, and the occasional clatter of dropped coins. He watched her, his heart pounding with each rustle of her book, each shift in her posture. He wanted to reach out, to touch her hand, to whisper his story, but fear kept him frozen in his hiding place. Finally, the bus groaned to a halt. The girl, a soft smile on her lips, rose and gathered her things. He held his breath, his entire being focused on her every move. She stopped at the door, her eyes scanning the empty seats. His heart sank. Had she not seen him? Had she not felt the tremor of his hope? Then, a flicker of movement caught her eye. She lowered her gaze, and their eyes met. Her smile softened, a spark of recognition lighting up her face. His heart leapt. He felt a warm hand reach down, a gentle touch on his head. "There you are, little one," she murmured, her voice filled with concern. "You must have been scared." She gently lifted him from his hiding place, his body trembling with a mixture of fear and exhilaration. The warmth of her touch, the soft, reassuring words, were like a balm to his weary soul. He purred, a rumbling sound that echoed the burgeoning hope in his heart. "Don't worry," she said, "you're coming home with me now." That night, curled up on a soft blanket beside a warm fire, the ginger cat finally felt safe. He had found a place, a haven, a home.